Today on Pens and Things, I have gel highlighters. Stick around, let's check them out. All right, you stuck around this long, so I'm assuming you're still interested. That's great. Gel highlighters are interesting. I first heard of these when I was surfing Amazon one time for different kinds of pens that I could try or review. And it kind of came up as, an interesting novelty item. I had no idea what it was. At first, I'm like, they said you could sharpen them. And I'm like, what does that mean you can sharpen them? I mean, I never heard of a highlighter that you could sharpen before. And apparently these ones you can. I'll show you how. These are very much like crayons, I want to say. If you look at the end, and I'm not sure how good you can see that. I'll get these guys out of the way here. But if you can take a look at that here, it's basically, that's the gel tip, which is very crayon-like. If you touch it or whatnot, it feels very much like a crayon. And you can extend it out as well. So as you use it, you can extend it out. And you can actually, as they say, sharpen these in a pencil sharpener. Probably a crayon sharpener might even work better. I'm not sure. But they're very interesting, and they're really good for like really light paper. And one thing that is very light paper usually is a Bible. So these are very popular with the Bible community when they're reciting their verses or whatnot, trying to highlight the areas that they want to study, that sort of thing. So it's a pretty nice way of doing that for them. So it works on any kind of paper, really. I have tried them a little bit before, and they do seem to work well. They also seem to suffer from what every crayon does, and you get a little bit of skipping or a whole area that kind of doesn't get covered, and I can show you that. And as you wear them down, and it works better too. And I imagine sharpening them too would probably make a little bit of a difference. But anyway, let's go ahead and we'll get these weighed up and take a look and see how much they weigh. All right, we're back with the scale, the trusty Maxus. Let's take a look and see what the orange one that we looked at before weighs. And it looks like 11.34 with the cap. And if you take that cap off, don't post, you get 3.8, or excuse me, 9.89 actually. So yeah, they're not very heavy at all. They're about the standard weight of a regular pen. It looks like it does post. So if you need to post it, you can still turn it when it's posted. So that's kind of nice. We'll see if any of these other ones weigh any different. They should be pretty similar. 11.44. 11.43, very consistent, in fact. That's a little bit heavier. So, as you can see, their quality control is pretty good with this Walmart brand that I have here. And I know that they make other brands, like more name brand ones out there, but I didn't think there was going to be a whole lot of difference, although it could very well be, and we'll test that out. I just don't have anything to go against, any name brand to go against on this. But we'll still try it out and see how it works, because I imagine the other ones will work similar. So, all right, let's get a little length measurement here. And it looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. A little hair under 5.5, I'd say. I don't know, 5 and 1 or 1/2, or excuse me, 5 3/8, something like that. Either way, they're about as long as most pens that we've been reviewing so far, so they'll feel pretty similar in your hand. And let's go ahead and do the measurement of the width of these. We'll bring out the trusty caliper. That looks like 11.64 millimeters wide. The twisty top part there is a little bit smaller. It tapers a little bit, but that's at 10.15. And just to see, we'll see that measures in at 10.27, and then the actual tip itself. Let's take this out so we can get the widest point. So it comes with what they call bullet tips. So if we take and measure this, it looks like it's 6.71, and then the biggest part of it is going to be 8.02, so about 8 millimeters wide at the widest. So that's pretty interesting to note, just in case you're thinking of picking these up and you have some kind of concerns about how wide they are. So we'll go ahead and get the paper out here in just a moment, and we'll do some tests with some ink and some tests on their own. Okay, so I got the test sheet out that I made ahead of time here, and we'll start with the blue one, and we'll just take a look at these on their own. And they do very much feel like a crayon. You can even color it with much like a crayon, it looks like, with these. But here's a nice swatch test for us. So, and that looks pretty interesting, and the wear on it looks like it is noticeable, but not a whole lot. So it's got a pretty decent amount of longevity. It looks like it'll go through here, probably last you quite a while. All right, we'll try out the more fluorescent colors here. Start with the orange, and that one shows up pretty good, and the usage on that, of course, is minimal. We'll try fluorescent yellow. That one looks like it's very noticeable and wears minimal. Try the purple one here. And that one's not very fluorescent, but it does show up very well. And we got two more here. We got green. And green is very vivid. I do very much like that green. And then last but not least, we have pink. And that one actually shows up pretty good as well. So if you're taking a look at all 6 of these colors, I would say the ones that pop the most are the orange, the green, and the yellow, followed by the pink. And the 2 duller ones are the blue and the purple. So let's take a look and see how some of these work on some of these over here. Start up on the top here with the Energel. See if we get any smearing or anything. And I don't see any smearing, so that's good. So it looks like you could use these with gel pens pretty easily. The Vicuna glides right across that. Glide right. Looks like that's the same. There's no real smearing there. Flowtoon, this one I'm interested to see. And again, I can't get these to smear for anything for anybody. So I guess we're looking at a pretty good alternative for something that you might use if all you had was gel pens or very thin paper. And yeah, I mean, I'm pretty impressed with how very little smearing we see. So we can see. And I guess the one I'm probably most interested in is seeing if the InkJoy up on top here smears, because that one's a very notorious smear with other ones, and that one looks pretty good. So I'm not going to go through all of them because it looks like I don't think you can get this to smear very easily. It looks like this is a very good alternative for something that you'd want to use in place of something else, or in place of a ink style marker. So one thing I don't like, and I will point out, is that when you rub your hand across it, it does feel like it's got crayon on it. And I'm not sure if that goes away. I'd have to get back to you guys on that. But that is the one thing I do notice. So otherwise, it's very, very good alternative for that. And as far as if it sticks together, I mean, we can fold this up, and it doesn't look like it sticks to itself, even though it feels like it might. It kind of sticks to your hand, though. So that's one thing to note. So, all right, well, that is it for this review. There's not really much else to say. If you have any other questions or anything else you want to put in the comments below, I'll be happy to answer those. Otherwise, if you're looking for a Bible style highlighter, or if you're looking for an alternative to the ink ones that smear on certain gel pens and other pens, I would say look into these. They cost about $6 at the local Walmart for the generic brand. These are just the Pen and Gear. They do make other brands on Amazon. I believe they're around the same price. Some of them have pointier tips up right out of the box. Some of them are blunt and rounded like these ones. Again, you can use these in any pencil sharpener as well. All right, well, thanks. If you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.